I started at a young age in my dad's stable until my dad retired. Then Leroy Jolly picked me up and brought me in, and from that point on, I was a groom for about 10 years until I started exercise riding. And I rode this Gulfstream, Keeneland, Saratoga circuit for the past 30 years, including breaking babies every winter of those 30 years also.
George has been a dear friend, broke some great horses for me, just took awesome care of them, and just a privilege to know him and know his care and how much he loves horses.
My recognition of problem solving and lameness issues or soreness issues, I can being on their backs, I can detect those a lot quicker than most trainers when they're just watching them go across the racetrack. Being a groom for 10 years has brought that to my attention, how to take care of those things.
I've known George Harrison for quite a few years, off and on. He's worked for my farm in Pennsylvania and at the training center where I rent a barn in Cameron, South Carolina. Very knowledgeable horseman, a good, honest person, and particularly good with young horses. I think he should do well.
After doing this for 30 years, I have the timeline, and I don't go past my timeline. I've broken babies for other trainers, and if the horse is presenting itself more forwardly, they'll jump ahead of their timeline. I don't like jumping ahead of my timeline. I like being patient and watching them grow mentally and physically and absorbing what they're learning before I move on to the next step.
Over the years, we found out that the more patience you have with the 2-year-olds and the clearer you are in painting a picture that they can understand so that they'll trust you as a leader, the more cooperation you get when they go in the gate. It changes it from being a threatening situation to where it's almost a curiosity for them. And one thing I found out with George is he's got that kind of patience. He's the kind of guy that I like. He's the kind of guy I like having working on the gate, but he's also the kind of rider you like to have because it's so important about the synchronization of what you're doing and that you're both on the same page and have the same goals in mind.
The training center that I've been breaking at is the Camden Training Center, which we have 5 surfaces we can break on. We have a mile dirt track, we have a 7/8 inner turf course, we have a half-mile dirt track that's on the other side of the property, so they get used to taking their long walks and looking at different scenarios. And we have a little jogging track that goes through the woods to get them comfortable with different scenery. I have a big field, a polo field, that I can like to do figure eighting and get them to learn their leads properly. So it's not all about just going from the barn to one track. Having 5 surfaces and 5 locations on the property is a great benefit for the horses. I get them quite adaptable to looking at different environments.
I've had numerous horses come in from George Harrison. They all came in very well schooled. Took me minimal time to get them to the races, and we were very successful. I think he does an excellent job in breaking and early training.
I've got over 20 winners from first-time starters. I've sent some clients, 2-year-olds, that have won right off stake races on the grass in Saratoga, and then continued to win as a 3-year-old. But they weren't just one race wonders. They continued to win, be successful as 3-year-olds. And
I've worked with George Harrison directly since 1994. He's done a great job for me, and he'll do a great job for you.
Clients should invest in me because I actually want the same thing they do. The integrity of the sport, the integrity of communication, my honesty, my hard work, and my dedication to produce winners.